What is the situation between you and Tariq Osaro at the moment?
I think he's being a woman.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Warrior Code International. I'm with the Black Ghost. We are chilling at the boat.
Yes.
I mean, look at that place, look at that. We are chilling here. Welcome back to Warrior Code International. We had a very deep and meaningful interview with Mory. Please watch it because his rise to the top has been beyond impressive and inspiring. So watch that interview and believe in yourself. Mory, I would like to speak a bit about your mentality because you are a person who has fought many times, although you're only 26 years old. Could you tell me what mentality do you need to compete at the highest level of kickboxing?
I think you have to have patience. You have to express patience because kickboxing is a long road. I made it short by myself, just to be consistent with my trainings, with my fights, always winning. Because if I tell somebody like it's 7 years I came to Glory, wow, 7 years, that's too short. Because a lot of people they start kickboxing when they're 7 or 8, and I started like when I was 18. So no, I wanted to make it my work. So now it is my work now. So
how did it feel at that particular moment when you no longer had to work another job and when you could finally completely focus on kickboxing?
If I have to be honest, from the first fight versus Enis Bouzid, I was like, no, I have to stop quitting like work. It's gonna be a less more money, okay, but I can work to a bigger amount of money, what I chase. And then, I was working on the roof, but now not anymore. So after the first game till the last game, like the games keep going and going. They give me games, and I was like, okay, like it's perfect for me.
Yeah, but could you tell me, you have fought many years without making a lot of money.
Yeah.
And nobody could guarantee you that you would become successful in fighting. So how did you feel with that insecurity? Because you were fighting, you were winning, but you were not getting paid in the lower organizations.
It was tough because you'll be thinking like, when? But the time comes if you make the opportunity, and I made it. Because if I didn't do the effort to go to Remy or ask him about something like, can I go on an interview or something, he invited me. So I was happy about it. If I didn't go to Remy and he gave me the opportunity to go for an interview, and I went, and for me I was all out. Like I was first talking to Abena because he was a champion back in the day, and I was like, I was a champion in Fusion. It's also a good organization for talents to grow up. Then I was a champion and I defended, and now to trash talking for a champion in the biggest organization in the world of kickboxing. Yeah, I made it through.
Yes, but many people in the Netherlands do not like trash talking.
Yeah.
But if you look at America, the United States, it's exactly trash talking that sells the tickets and the pay-per-views. So how important, in your opinion, is trash talking in this business of fighting?
I think trash talking is the number one point before the fight. If you have an opponent, it doesn't matter how bad he is or how good he is. You have to talk bad. You have to trash talk. You have to sell the fight. You have to start with it. People, they have to see you as a funny person, as a serious person, and everything in it. And you have to play with it because somebody's emotional. Me, I'm the funny guy. I can be funny and I can be very direct. I don't, I can back up my words. So that's my trust in it. And I think a lot of people are emotional with it, and I don't really like it because if I look to the WWE, the UFC, what made Conor so great, Conor McGregor, because of his trash talking and everything. He was the biggest man out of UFC. Yeah, that's it.
But there was one case when you fought Muhammad Amin. Before the fight, when you were in the ring, you walked towards Muhammad Amin. You got very close, and everybody liked that. A lot of fans liked it. But what I heard is that Glory prohibited that. So they told you are not allowed to do that anymore. Why do they not want you to do that anymore?
Uh, it can be a little bit. How do you say it?
Intimidating?
Yeah, for the opponent. You're gonna have a fight before the fight. The fight it didn't even start, but the fight always starts before the fight, like the trash talking and everything. And I did it in the ring. I didn't care. They didn't punch me or nothing. So, for me it's not a problem, but for them was a problem. And at Rustea, I wanted to try again, but I didn't. So I let it go.
And after that victory against Ristea, you obviously called out Rico Verhoeven.
Yeah.
And we just spoke about how you would match up with Rico Verhoeven. But what do you think, what is the reason that Rico has been so successful? Because he's so many years unbeaten. What's the reason behind his success?
I think he haven't got that opponent yet who's gonna make him suffer like Butter does. Butter had 2 injuries in his fight. Jamal's fight. Another person was now active and also in the tournament with me is like Cookie. He didn't show he wanted to win, and I'm the kind of guy, like, I don't like to lose. I don't like to lose, and if I don't like to lose, I will give everything to win, everything. Like, winning for me that's my peace. That's really my peace.
And where does that hunger for victory come from? How did you develop that hunger for victory?
I think when I was a child, I was always, I was always like
Competitive?
Yeah, very competitive. Back in the days, I was doing football or everything. Or even when we play like a game. For me, I want to win. If I lose, I was like, no, come again till I win. Then we're gonna stop.
Okay. And so you've got the winner's mentality.
Yeah.
Could you tell me, a person like you basically you say a lot of things, you do a lot of trash talking, and then people expect you to perform, and you also perform. But what kind of pressure does come with trash talking, and how do you deal with that pressure?
I don't have pressure. I really believe in my skills, my training, my trainers, everything comes around. Like, it's the best triangle you can have. The person, the training, and the trainers by himself. Like, everything works together, so for me, it is perfect. Even the training partners who I spar with or train with, also perfect. I can always be better, always, but for now, I think they are very good enough for me, because they are part of the winning streak and everything. So I'm happy about it. Yeah.
Yeah. What I wanted to ask you is, to fight at that level, to compete at that level, I can imagine that there are also, because now you're becoming famous and there are a lot of people trying to be your friends. I can imagine that many people send you messages, many people want to hang out with you, many people are very respectful, maybe too respectful towards you. So how do you recognize the real ones, and how do you recognize the ones who just want to use you?
I already know the real ones, and they have been with me since like the school, when we went to school or when we were kids. So I don't really need no new people, because I have my real friends behind me. I have family, so that's where I focus on. I don't like new persons in my life. I can chat with you, I'm very social, but friends is too much.
Yeah. One last question for you is, you're a very chill guy. So for example, now you're very friendly, very polite, but in the week of the fight, what is your mentality and how do you change in the week of the fight and maybe in the last weeks before the fight?
I stay relaxed. That's my kind of thing. I have to feel good. I don't have pressure when I fight someone, even in the fight week. I really can't wait to fight. I really can't wait. That's my hunger. Like, if I don't want to fight, I won't fight. But I like to fight. I like to make money. And everything around, like the press conference and everything, there's a kick for me. It's like, yeah, for somebody it's like when he's drunk he likes to dance, You know, for me, the fight. For me, I'm gonna dance. So I'm showing it every fight and everything. Yeah, it's just for me fighting, everything around. Always wanted to be like, you know, like John Cena out the Rock, like showman. And now I'm doing it by myself, and I like it because when you go to a bureau job, or administration or something, for me it's boring. For me, it's boring. You know, for another person can be his happiness, but for me, fighting is my happiness and everything around.
But imagine that me and you speak 10 years from now, and you mentioned WWE.
Yeah.
You're at the moment competing at Glory, but imagine 10 years from now when you are 36. Imagine that we meet each other. What will you tell me? How did your career go? What did you achieve?
I retire. I've been a champion. It can be everything. Like it can be how do you say it? Like money fights, or I can be probably I've done like MMA, the UFC or something, you know. Because I want to go to that Adesanya and Alex Pereira way. When it's always gonna be a question. I don't have an answer on it because now my focus is on kickboxing and
To be champion.
of course, that's not the only thing, but everything around, like the challenges. Like you can be a champion, but it has to be the right person. And I want to be like to fight with Rico because he's the champion and because of his long term, and to beat someone like him is something great. Like I beat it Bahram. I think a lot of people, like 95% of the people, didn't believe me that I gonna kick him out, and I did. And that's the belief in me, not in the people, because you have to believe in yourself before the people believe in you.
Yes, but many people want to believe in themselves, but they cannot believe in themselves. And you've got a very strong belief in yourself.
Yeah.
Even though many people might say you're not gonna beat Bahram, you believe that you will. Where does that belief come from?
In my trainings, I think it starts always with the training by myself. And if I can feel myself really good in the training, I always say, it's not gonna happen, it's never gonna happen that he's gonna beat me. Never. I can put it in my mind, my trainer puts it in my mind, and even my friends and family put it in my mind. So I'm unstoppable on that point, really. Mentally strong, skills strong, everything strong.
Okay. If you could speak with that boy who was bringing pizzas to people's houses 7 years ago,
Yeah.
if you could speak with him and you would tell him that you would be one of the most viral fighters in the world, that Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson comments on your photos and that Snoop Dogg reposts a video of your knockout, if you were to say this to that boy who was bringing the pizzas, what would that boy say?
Incredible, unbelievable. I can't believe you. You have to show him the pictures. You have to show him the videos to believe in it. Because if you say it, you won't believe it. But so for me, that's really crazy. You came up with that pizza thing. And it was me back in the days, but now not anymore.
Yeah, but for a person, let's say there is a boy who is 17, 18 years old now, and he's also bringing the pizzas, or he's cleaning the houses or doing the dishes. And that boy has dreams, but everybody says, focus on your work. What would your advice be for such a person?
There has to be a motivation if you don't want to do that in your life. If you don't want to do this, be consistent, be focusing on your trainings and everything. Skip that good life. You can have the good life after your hard work. So that's where I'm at right now.
Okay. What do you think? For example, Arnold Schwarzenegger, first he was a bodybuilder, then he became an actor, then he became the governor of California, one of the biggest states in the United States of America. So, could you picture yourself moving to a different industry and then to another one? How do you plan it out for yourself?
I don't know. I think I want to do something in my own country, in Guinea-Conakry. You know, it's just, yeah, it is a nice place to be in and nice people, but still, there has to be like changes, like in sport or something, because in sports, in football, it's not there. Kickboxing is not really there. So if it's something in sports, I want to be the face of it, because now I'm the face of my sport, and to be consistent, I can be an example for the people. So yeah, I think I will do that. Yeah.
Okay. When you came back to your country a couple of months ago, there was a very, very big celebration. People came to see you, to take pictures with you. How did it feel at that moment to be so respected in your home country?
For me, it was a really surprise. A lot of people were there. I came and my uncle said, there are a lot of people there. I said, where? I said, no. He said, there are a lot of people there. He put the flag on my neck. He said, put out the belts, put out the belts, put out the belts. Very fast, like put the hat on. Like I was going and I see all the cameras, I see all the people. I said, whoa. I was in shock. So I was really laughing because the surprises. I don't like surprises, but on that time, the surprise, no, it doesn't matter. It's just the good feeling.
But I know I'm asking you too many questions, and we're here to relax our last couple of ones. But
yeah.
Not so long ago, you were basically absolutely unknown to the general public, and now you're going viral, and people are talking about you. You're calling out Rico Verhoeven, wearing the sunglasses in the ring. I mean, describe this 1.5 years, not even 1.5 years in Glory. How did it go so far?
It went very good. Even if I lost like one time, it's not a good feeling. But to come back from a loss, to show how you can still win. A lot of people when they lose, they still keep losing. And I was the kind of person to say, nah, it can be a loss. It can be, because for me, I didn't lose that fight. And I came back winning, and then came into the tournament with Nechita, and then to beat Bahram. It's great. It's an unbelievable feeling. You can't say a lot because the videos, my reaction to it, everything is in the video. You have to see it all. I can't tell you how my feeling are gonna be or was. It was a good feeling. I can say about it. I can say a lot about it, but I'm very happy what I've achieved in life right now, and I still hope to achieve more. And that's the tournament. And that's where all is gonna start. Like the change of your life. That's a real life changing. Because not the organization, because people recognize me. But after the tournament, when I win, for me, the money is gonna chase me. No, I don't chase money. Chase money. No,
Life-changing money. Life-changing money.
It's life-changing money. Yeah, exactly. It's life-changing money. So at this young age, you can invest in yourself. You can invest in the extern part, like intern, like kickboxing and everything. But it's very important to have the extern part also, like something else to put your risk on it and to make it work.
Okay. So, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Glory Kickboxing International. I am at an island in Thailand, close to Phuket, and next to me is the Black Ghost. We just did some jet ski. How was the jet ski, Mory?
The jet ski was very nice. I enjoyed it. It's been a long time to be on a jet ski. I've been out in Malta, not a vacation, but now in Thailand, freedom.
But we were allowed to do it for 20 minutes. We did it probably 40 minutes.
Yeah.
How cool is, for the people who've never done jet ski, although there are so many people, but how cool is jet ski?
It can be very scary also. But in the middle of the sea, you're driving jet ski, and you can fall off. I fell once. So no, it's just easy, just relaxing. Like you can drive everywhere you want. So
yeah, but everybody wants to know. In your post-fight interview in the ring, you called out Rico Verhoeven.
Yes.
What will you do against Rico Verhoeven?
I will win. I gonna make him retire. It's been a long time he's been champion. Like a big applause for him. But now it's time for the new generation. I'm 26 years old now, so I'm searching for that better life. He's already there. So now it's now time for the other generation.
Yeah, but how much are you willing to sacrifice for that better life?
Everything, everything. I wanna make it done. Like many of opponents didn't. They did face him, but they didn't finish him. And for me, I like challenging, and he is one of the biggest challenges in Glory, because a lot of people are trying like in 10 years time and nobody did, and I'm gonna be the person who's gonna make him suffer.
But how do you beat Rico Verhoeven?
Skills, condition, everything, consistent. He's very disciplined, he's very consistent to his game, and I'm also that kind of person. Now, you know, I have a busy year this year, so that's why this vacation is for me important, just mentally and physically, just to rest, to go back to work. I'm starting next week again to put my gloves on, because you know, for me the first thing is the tournament first.
Okay, but you mentioned the tournament. You will be fighting in December. You have to fight 3 times in one night if you want to win. So how can you prepare for 3 fights in one night?
I think you can prepare. You prepare like mentally as a person. You know, you can have injuries in the games and everything, but you know, for me, I don't care. I just go in and do my thing and don't focus on my injuries. I had the last fight with Bahram. I had injury on my on the calf kicks, but still, I was there. You just have to believe in yourself, and I really believe in myself. I have a good confidence. I think you have already seen it, so for me it's not a problem. I will win this tournament.
Okay, you mentioned that you have been fighting very frequently. You've got 8 fights in 1.5 years, even less than 1.5 years. 1 year and 4 months, you have fought 8 times.
Yeah.
If you compare the Mory Kromah before these 8 fights to the Mory Kromah from now, what would you say? How have you changed?
I changed like skills. I think mentally is still growing and growing. I think because of my age and a lot of, you know, opponent per opponent is like experience is growing and growing. And now with this experience I had good fighters. You have Milos, you have Bahram. Who can I say too? You know, that's the only 2 I can say right now. But I had a lot of opponents. Jem Caceres also, he was a good fighter. But now I think I make the little difference is now like this. So that's why I'm very happy. I have mentally rest right now also. So yeah, I'm getting older. The experience is growing also. So yeah.
What would you say? What does it take to step in the ring with Bahram Rajabzadeh and to knock him out? What kind of mentality and what kind of skill do you need to do that?
Yeah, you have to be tough if you're a tough opponent for Bahram, because kijk, his power is crazy. I already said it. You know, you can fight with heavyweights and everything, but it's not the same power as Bahram had, because Bahram's power is very crazy. And you know, I can take a lot. I can really take a lot. But that Bahram's one was like, you know, you have to go through in. You have to go just all in. Don't be scared of his punches. And I did, and I knocked him out.
Could you describe it for me, that victory? How has your life changed? I've asked you also the previous time, but how has your life changed ever since you got that victory against Bahram?
A lot of people recognize me, like everywhere. I went to Madrid, I went to Paris, even in Malta. Like in Malta, I was like, somebody living there, it was like, yo, you know, you are a kickboxer, right? And like a few of them said it, and they were taking pictures with me. So the organization everywhere is going further and further, so I'm happy about it.
But I have to also ask you, so you beat Bahram, it was a phenomenal victory, then you beat Ristea.
Yeah.
Now you'll be coming back to the tournament. In a perfect world, how does it all play out for you in the upcoming year? How will your career go in the upcoming 12 months?
I I really don't know. But you know, the only thing I can say is I'm gonna win the tournament. How? I don't know. But if I have to be delusional, 3 knockouts. 3 knockouts and go to Rico.
You and Tariq Osaro, you had a talk backstage, and basically Tariq Osaro said that he lost his respect for you. So, what is the situation between you and Tariq Osaro at the moment?
I think he's being a woman. Like he's too much in his feelings. You know, we're just fighters. You know, trash talking has to be in the game because we have to sell. We have to make big problems. We have to make good fights, and people like good fights.
Okay.
Yeah.
Mory, so last question for Mory.
Yeah.
What will you promise your supporters? What will you do in December at the tournament?
I promise a big win. You know, my words are very important. If I tell something, it's gonna be that thing. So I'm gonna make my words true. And see you in December. Buy your tickets.
Follow Warrior Code International and believe in yourself.